Some quick thoughts on investment banking. I spent about 8 years in the field and have a decent perspective from time at a couple different banks. I honestly think it's a fantastic platform to other opportunities or to making, frankly, millions of dollars without ever having to put a dollar of your own capital at risk. That said, a lot of things have to go right. You got to be able to sustain a pretty challenging career if that's the route you want to go. Why is it so hard? Well, it's hard to get the job in the first place because, there are so few spots, perhaps fewer with AI, but it is still a relationship business, and so people will, I believe, continue to be required for some time. Additionally, if you're a undergrad or post-MBA associate, there's just a lot to learn. You've got to learn the organization, the personalities, and depending on how large the group is, there can be a bunch of them. You've got to learn the tools that you use to do the job. You've got to learn the companies, the metrics, the industry, what good looks like, the history of it in many cases. And so there's just a lot to learn. There's a significant asymmetry of information between people who've been around and people who are new. And that creates further challenges in many cases. But you're working 80 plus hours a week. That is not a joke. That is real. And if you're working that many hours and putting in that time, you work your way up the learning curve pretty steep. So it's a tough job, long hours. But like I said, if you can sustain it, it can be a launch pad to significant financial success, within that career or elsewhere. And I really do believe it'll open doors that are very hard to open in other ways. So if you've got what it takes and you're willing to roll up your sleeves for a few years, I remember when I was recruiting, actually, I told an intern who was not sure that investment banking was for him. He's now the CFO of a company. I was like, hey man, it's like Denzel says in Training Day, give me 18 months and I'll give you a career.